than what they believe in. Because when Satan gets thrown out, he's actually going to raise up. This is Satan getting thrown out.
Don't take my wings.
And then after he gets thrown out, he's going to raise up the Antichrist. And in the Bible, Revelation 13, it's referred to him as the beast from the sea, who actually recovers from a head wound also. But when this guy rises, the Antichrist, I'm not going to say his name because I've actually made other videos about him. But what will happen is when the Antichrist rises, and let's just say, you know, for this first 3.5 years, 2017, so the tribulation should start about April 2014, directly in line with the blood moons, the start of the blood moons. So from that time, the chemtrails will continue, and then it will build up on the earth until the point that it's sinking into the ground, and people are going to have trouble growing crops. Probably more animals and insects will be dying, and birds and stuff, and basically the world will be dying. Maybe people will get more sick as well from the bromine, and you know, the world's just going to be dying and dying and dying until bang, 2017, this beast rises, which is the Antichrist, the Dajjal, the false Messiah, who's going to come on the earth and proclaim himself to be the saviour, and proclaim himself to be God above all other gods. And when he comes, I think, this is my prophecy, that the chemtrails will stop. Boom, stop, end of story. Of course the earth, because it still has God's blessing, will rejuvenate again and carry on growing back, and it will come back up to being glorious like it was, well, like it was years and years and years ago. But the fact of the matter is, it's not the false messiah's coming that has caused the rejuvenation. It's Satan, Barack Obama. It's him prior to the false messiah's coming, who has destroyed and killed the earth with all these chemicals, and then soon as they release the false messiah into the earth, boom, they stop and the earth grows back how it should be. But yet they will refer to this false messiah as being the saviour of the world, like his presence has supernaturally supernaturally brought the earth back to how it should be. Now this might sound crazy, but it's probably in a list of things that they'll do to try and deceive us to believe that this man is the false messiah, which he's not. So you don't want to be taking his name, you don't want to be following this guy. You'll probably sit or enter into Jerusalem, into a temple, and proclaim himself to be the God. Well, you want to stay clear of this guy. You don't want to have his name, you don't want to have his number 666, and you don't want to have the mark of the beast, which more than likely will be the RFID chip, so that he can't buy or sell. Well, who cares? You'd rather starve to death in 3.5 years than live for an eternity in hell taking the chip. So if you want to check out more Bible prophecies, you can go onto my page, which is End of the Age Bible Prophecy, and you can get regular daily updates on that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and it's made you try and see the link between the Great Deception, which will come. Chemtrails, it is killing things and it is making it hard on the earth now, but my prophecy is that it's going to ramp up in the next 3.5 years to come. In March it's going to ramp up, and then as soon as the false messiah is released, I bet bottom dollar that the chemtrails will stop. They'll stop putting the chemicals there, and you'll see the earth start to come back as it should be. It'll all grow again, and everyone will be maybe subconsciously happier. You know, it doesn't have to be people that are watchers and they watch out for these things, and they see that the chemtrails have stopped because they've always been watching out for them. But then you've got Joe Blogs, who just generally sees a lot of people and fish and animals because it'll be on the news. The news people want to see in the first 3.5 years. They'll want to see you seeing that the fish are dying, the birds are dying, people are ill all the time, because that will make the emotions of it so much greater. So when the false messiah comes and the chemtrails stop and everyone starts to be able to live and breathe again, then everyone will subconsciously be happier, and yeah, things are getting better. Well, it's not that things are getting better, it's just that things were worse before. He's not the regenerator, he's the destructor who stopped what he was doing. It's like picking apples off a tree. If you keep picking them off a tree, the tree's going to be bare all the time. But if you get that person to stop picking the apples off the tree, you know, the fruits will go back. It's just like them with the chemtrails, because they're chemtrailing, everything's looks like it's dying, and it will do towards the 3.5 years. But when they stop, everything will grow back again, and everyone will think that the coming of this false Christ is actually a divine power, when really it was just stop polluting the atmosphere with these chemtrails and bromine and aluminium and all these chemicals that they were doing. So I hope that has got something triggered inside of you to actually look at the deception side of it, because at the moment, you know, they've been planning this for years and years. This guy will come, the false messiah, the false Christ. It's written about him. He will rise, I think 2017, and that's when you'll see the end of the chemtrails, and the world will go back and everyone will think it's his doing. No, the killing of the earth was his doing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, go to the End of the Age Bible Prophecy. You can catch up with us all the time. So thanks for watching, and God be with you all. And if you can, share to all your friends, even if it does sound silly. I mean, let me take the burden of the stupidity, and let the people call me a nutter. But if you can share with your friends and family and say what do you think of this, then that would be really great. Thank you anyway. God bless you all.